Inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Can you save my...
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mitchell on the give, headed left. Spins out of one stop. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. We'll pause after that first snap of the game. Gonna need to adjust their game plan because that is their running back who's hurt and getting some help. Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To the air this time, Herbert. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chiefs will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. It's Pacheco again. Room to work at the 35. And he's all the way forward to the 37-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. And a great try at that first down.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. His first throw is an interception. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Mitchell up the middle. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Running this one left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for them.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. On target to Worthy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Fits it through the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it down to a single point. Nico Collins with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 38. Has him on the quick hitter. And he rocks the tackler. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete.
We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got a 1st to begin the frame. All movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. This finds Mitchell complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say about the 37-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Herbert on 1st down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. They've got a man in motion. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Herbert now off the play fake. He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now. From the 36. That one's complete, right side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Catch made by Mitchell. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be third and long. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Cut out left. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. The Chargers lined up in punt formation.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Mahomes on first and 10. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Now to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Again, Mahomes to throw. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's Herbert, first and 10. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs get more points to end a lopsided first half. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. So they're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Ball at the 33 for first down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He's contained at the line for no gain. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Second down run by Pacheco. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. This is Mitchell. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard
They go
line.
play action. Here's Herbert. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Putting the tight end in motion. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running it after the penalty. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Along this sideline inside the 25. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Chargers have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Back to throw, here's Herbert. This finds Mitchell, complete. Give him 3 on that game. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Getting out to his left. And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. On the run right. That's complete inside the 35. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Running left with Pacheco. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Mahomes. And he's going to gonna score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down.
They're on the 32-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on first is Herbert. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. 59. The give now to Mitchell. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Again, this is Mitchell. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on 4th down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
All right, one more snap to play here. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Back in, call your friend, now we in France. International man, tats on my hand. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with